Hi crypto kings and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In today's episode we're going through Bitcoin, Ethereum and Polkadot, but we're starting off with Bitcoin. What is very important on Bitcoin is that we can take the previous all-time high and see where we are right now. So I'm having a box from the top of the wick and down to the body that we're having, and if we're going down to the lower time frame, we can see that right now we are in between this level that we're using from the previous all-time highs, wick and the body. So right now it looks like we can come back down, or we actually can continue to the upside, because we did break the downtrend of this pullback at 66,700, and right now we could just come back down, retest it, continuation to the upside. But we do have different levels that we need to look up for to see if we're actually going to continue back up or if we're actually breaking to the downside. I also want to show you what I saw on Polkadot, and the market actually did spike from this level that I was talking about, where I saw the market continue up. So we had two same scenarios right here where the Polkadot did the exact same things. Remember, I am no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue watching this video and I'll show you what I see on Ethereum, on Bitcoin and on Polkadot in this episode. I'm still on my long position on Bybit right now. I moved my stop loss above entry and we almost came down and touched it. I'm just patient. I'm waiting for the market to continue to the upside, and during this time I'll actually see where I can put more orders in, and I'll show you in the future what potential levels that can be. If you also want to trade on Bybit, we do right now have a $3,500 in bonus right now. If you're clicking in the link in the description down below, you'll have access to it, and of course it depends on how much you're depositing to your account. And this leverage exchange is very good for swing trading. If you want to have the best day trading platform, PrimeXbt is the one, and you can receive up to 50% added to your deposit if you're using the promo code Bitcoinsensus 50, and you also have that link in the description down below this video. Okay, so we are looking at the weekly. We are having huge momentum to the upside, which is very good because I am in a trade on Bitcoin, so I definitely want the market to continue to the upside. But we're going to the daily, and what I did highlight was the previous all-time high. I did highlight it from the bodies of the wick, the bodies of the candle to the wick that we're having, and this is exactly where we are right now. So we're having trouble breaking the high of previous all-time high, but we also respect the low of previous all-time high if we're looking at the body right here. So we came back to that level, retested, came back up, created a new all-time high at 68,600, comes back down, and now we are just having a pullback. We can measure with Fibonacci tool from the lowest point to the highest point. We can also drag it down, because sometimes you can use the wicks. You don't always have to use the body, so it depends on how you want to do it. I usually take it from the body, but this time it looks better when I'm having it from the wick, and you can see that we are right now in between 50 and 61% levels, around 66,900 and 66,400. So for the market to coming back down to this level is, in reverse from it, that's what we are using Fibonacci for. We can also take a trend line and see that, okay, so we do have a trend line on the 1 hour chart. We're taking it from the bodies, so it's not supposed to look like this. So we're taking it from the highest point. We're looking at where we have the touches. So what we have to do is that we have to break the trend line, retest continuation to the upside. The previous lower high that we did have, you could say this was a previous lower high. We can also go down to the lower time frames and looking at how it looks. On the lower time frames, 66,728 is actually the last lower high, and can you see how we actually broke that level, retested it, and now we're continuing to the upside. So depending on what time frame you're looking at, because you have multiples, different downtrends, uptrends, support resistance zones on different time frames, but we have to know which area these are actually very important. So when we're looking at the Fibonacci and we start to see the market breaking to the upside, that is a good sign for Fibonacci is the retracement tool. So when we see the market coming back down and starts to retrace from that level, that's when I'm looking to see buy opportunities on Bitcoin and whatever other pair you're looking at. And if we're going to the upside, we definitely have to look up for this trend line, because trend lines are very respected. So we can come up to that level, come back down a little bit, and then we just might see the market breaking it to the upside again. The next level that we will have some resistance against is 67,800, because that is also a previous lower high. So we will definitely see some resistance right here, but then market slowly breaks to the upside. So that is definitely something that could happen if we see the market break into the downside. So if we're breaking this, so if this Fibonacci will not hold, we can take that one away also. So we know what we're looking at. We can also see that we do have this previous low right here at 65,800 going to the high time frames again. That could also be combined with the low of the wicks, the end of the wick, the end of the bodice that we do have on the previous all-time high. And we're just combining these together. And can you see how this works? And this was actually where the market broke and retested the previous all-time high. So for the market to come back down to 65,900 could also be a target for us to see the reverse from, continuation to the upside. But we can also come back down, and that if we're breaking that level, we could definitely see the market break, retested it to continue to the downside again. Looks like we are still bullish on Bitcoin. We're just reversing, but I definitely see the market continue. Just look at these targets that I was talking about. So we're looking at Ethereum one more time, and we can see that we are on our way down to the Fibonacci that I did put up yesterday. Market never came up and touched the trend line, but definitely market can come back down to the support trend line, and then we see the market coming up again and touch it. So these levels are always very good to have in case we're coming to that level. Doesn't happen during one night, but these are targets where the market definitely can in the future come back down to. But right now I'm still focusing on Ethereum to come back down to 4,500 and 4,585, and that is also combined with the trend line that we're having right here at 4,519. So these are the targets that I can see market coming back down to. I also want to show you once again what happened to Polkadot. So this was something that I did talk about on my live stream. Also, looking at this, we had the market had a uptrend, right? So we did go up. Market had a pullback right here. Market broke the pullback, continue up. You had another pullback. So that is how the market is always moving, right? Uptrend, pullback, consolidation, downtrend, pullback, consolidation, etc., etc. But what I did see right here on Polkadot was that we did have a double top. You had a double top. You had a support. I had a support. Market had a fake out from the support. Market had a fake out from the support. I took a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point. I saw, so this had already happened. So I was just comparing this level, this target right here, and this right here. I took the Fibonacci, but instead of taking a new one right here, I just wanted to see. So I copy and pasted the same Fibonacci, and I just dragged it to the level that we did have. And can you see how perfect? So this is the low, and this was the high. So we can just drag it a little bit up. So it was almost the same distance between this low to this high and this low to this high. Market did break, come back down, and what happened? The exact same thing happened. The market had the fake out, comes back down to the support again, and right now the market is going up. What we also could see is that we actually had a double bottom right here. And this bottom is higher than this low. This bottom is higher than this low. You can also put a trend line to see how high the market went. So we're just copying and pasting this one too. So we could come up to 63,021 on Polkadot. Thank you so much for watching this video together with me, guys. Remember, subscribe to this channel because I have daily uploads on different cryptocurrencies. I always have live streams during the week, multiple live streams. Remember that you always trade with risk management. And It's a process. Trading is hard, but as long as you're trying, you will get there. So have a good day, continue with what you're doing, subscribe to this channel one more time, and we see each other in today's live stream. Have a good day. Bye from Sweden. Toodles!